Hey guys, here's another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. Let's talk about the bus for starters here. As you can see, the Deluxe trim is starting to go on. I think I mentioned before, this trim comes from Grumpy's Metal here locally, and by all accounts, it's much nicer than Wolfsburg West. So sorry, Wolfsburg, but we're going with Grumpy's here. The shape of it matches the body better, and it's just polished nicer. It's just nicer looking all around, fits better. So yeah, Rafa went ahead and installed that basically from the doors to the nose. And I think he did the door on this side too. Yeah, stop there at the end of the day. So the nose is the hardest part though. Getting that to line up the best you can, meet in the middle, not have a huge gap between them down there. It's actually a lot of work, and it's pretty terrifying to drill holes in cars like this, but you just got to kind of double check, and then kind of dive in and do it. So, but the result, amazing. So I can't wait to see it all the way down and around, and then with the sealing wax red beading in there, which fills in this middle piece, cover all the screw holes and everything. It's gonna look ridiculous. I mean, this thing is just beautiful. So he did that today, and then also went ahead and got the cargo door mechanisms together, so you can see the outside handles on now. Mechanisms are all in here with their rods that actually latch these things. There's one on the bottom too. That's how they work. They latch top and bottom there and there. And so yeah, this thing is really coming along. So what else? Oh yeah, another big thing today here is the jail bars went in. So those of you that don't know buses that well, these bars that run along the rear side windows, the corner windows, and then the rear window, they're called jail bars. Kind of a fun name for them. Those are basically if you have a lot of cargo piled up in the back cargo area here to keep whatever cargo, say suitcases or whatever, smashing against the actual windows. So kind of protect the windows there. And they look bitchin'. So there you go. Jail bars are in. I think those are kind of the main things. He put the steering wheel in today. And I think that's about it. Maybe some other odds and ends I'm missing, but those are kind of the main things. So I started off the day with the yellow 71 Ghia. And this car is getting really close to done. So I'm like, geez, I need to dig out the bumpers, because I knew that the bumpers had some issues, and then kind of figure out a course of action. So here's the front bumper. And they actually cleaned up pretty nice. Just took a wet rag on them and got all the, years and years or decades even of grime and dirt off them, and then hit them with a little steel wool. They cleaned up okay, but you can see like the end of this one here, the chrome had all peeled off, and the owner's dad at some point kind of touched it up with silver paint, which, it's better than bare metal all rusty and ugly there. But, this is turning in to be a pretty nice car, so we don't want to leave something like that. And then, what else? Yeah, there's just kind of some dents here and there. These bumpers are not really nice. Yeah, you can just see stuff like that kind of all over them. The rear bumper, likewise, it's got kind of a big defect in it right there. And then the rear bumper guard on this side looks like it got hit at some point. The rest of this rear one, it's okay, but it's kind of got some stuff going on here and here. And then the weird thing with this is the end towel bars or overrider bars on both sides in the back. Or maybe it was on the, oh yeah, no, it was on the back. Is there like barely in the hole here? These things should go pretty deep into here so that they can't just pop out like I did. So yeah, these bumpers, they have some serious issues. So my buddy Oscar, who's like the Karmann Ghia bumper guy, he's got a pretty nice set for this car, complete. And so talked it over with the owner, and for the price, we're just gonna go for it and buy the complete front and rear used bumpers he has that are in really good shape. Those are actually supposed to show up tomorrow morning. And so, yeah, if they look as good as they do in the pictures, they're gonna be a really nice match to this car, and much easier than trying to source individual pieces here and there and kind of cobble it together. So there you go. That is about all the love that the Ghia got today. I did have to run out to Wolfsburg West and get seat padding for this bus. So Octavio took the frames, which came in, and the upholstery, which also came in yesterday, and started covering them. So you can see the rear seat here. It's all covered, looking super nice. I always say it, these guys are the best. Their work shows. So these covers were made by West Coast Classic Interiors up in Oregon. But these guys, even with pre-made covers, they just get them to fit perfect, pretty much like no one else can. So, nice and tight everywhere. The piping is very straight everywhere. You don't see this kind of like wavy nonsense going on that you see when a lot of people try and install this kind of interior. So yeah, bitchin'. And then actually tomorrow the whole bus is going to go over there, and they're going to start installing all the interior panels like they did on the 59 pretty soon. So yeah, this bus is really come along. This thing is going to be done before we know it at this rate. So other than that, for me, I decided to go ahead and get started on the motor for the 69 Cowlook. So I went and dug out a bunch of his motor parts. The long block, of course, is right there, covered up with plastic because it's all been rebuilt. Again, this is a 1968 cc, so basically like a 2-liter. And yeah, I went ahead and cleaned his intake manifolds, took his carburetors, completely disassembled them, and then cleaned them in the ultrasonic cleaner. Came out really nice, inside and out, pretty much looking like new. And yeah, some of the other pieces for them. I still have some bags of other parts that I'll have to go through and also ultrasonically clean, but just kind of started with the bodies and some of the bigger pieces. Did the same to his very nice, I don't know if you'll be able to read that. If not, you'll have to take my word. Yeah, there you go, German. So this is a German 009 distributor. Very appropriate for a Cowlook car like this. And it's actually in really nice shape. So I cleaned it also ultrasonically. Same thing with the advanced mechanism and the points plate and the clips. So yeah, this thing cleaned up really nice. Other thing I did was I took his alternator and kind of cleaned it up best I could, and then pulled off the fan, which was all bent up, and the backing plates for it, cleaned those up. So I'm still waiting to hear back from the owner whether he's going to want to go chrome or black on all the engine tins. So we'll see. We may end up replacing this, or I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, spent most of the afternoon kind of starting to clean this stuff up and get the 2-liter for the 69 Cowlook ready to start putting together. So that is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoy this, and we will see you again tomorrow.